here. I'm here to do my review of my last TBR draw, which was Songs of Willow Frost by Jamie Ford. This book was drawn, I think, over a month ago now, maybe a month and a half ago, with my last TBR draw. So this has been on my shelf for a while. This book was published September 2013, and I believe it's good that I drew it. I really like the book, and I'll tell you why. But had I not drawn the book in the TBR draw, I probably would have left this on the shelf for much longer. And I only say that because while I have read Jamie Ford before, and I enjoyed it, his other book, I read Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet, and while I liked it, I still don't read a lot of historical fiction. Just, you know, if you can tell by my blog and by other videos I've reviewed, I really read a lot of fantasy, urban fantasy, dystopian, things like that. Just historical fiction is not in my wheelhouse. While I do like it some here and there, it's just not something that I gravitate to and want to pick up immediately. But, you know, like I said, I'm glad that it was drawn because it gave me an opportunity to read it, which I would have put off. And it's a really good book. It's a good read. If you don't know what this book is about, it is about William Ng, who is a young boy who lives in an orphanage, and he was given away by his mother, Lu Song, and some years after that fact, he sees a singer while he's out celebrating birthdays with other kids from his orphanage, and he sees a singer named Willow Frost. He sees her and he thinks that this is his mother. He's right, it is his mother. So he's on a mission to connect with her, find out why she dumped him at the orphanage, and he wants to be back with his mother. And this whole story it starts with him seeking her out, finding her, and then Lu Song proceeds to tell him the story of how things ended up in the state that they are in, how he ended up in the orphanage. And you know, really, it's a sad story. It is a sad story from beginning to end. Lu Song could not catch a break, this poor girl. And while it does not excuse the fact that she gave her son up, it definitely does put a different light on things. Like, at first you might think, oh, this chick, she just wanted to be famous, so she dumps her son in an orphanage. Oh no. You get into this story and you're like, wow, it's just one hit after another. So she can't catch a break. Poor William can't catch a break. I mean, my goodness, these characters, they are put through it. William even has a young little friend at the orphanage, Charlotte, and she is another sad soul, I tell you. Like, she's the cutest thing, and they're so fun together, and they really play off each other and watch each other's back, but when it comes down to it, something horrible happens to her too, and it's like, man, these characters, just one sad song from start to finish, this book is. But it's well written, it's entertaining, it is well paced. The character development is good. There's a lot of good things about the book, if you can put aside the sadness, you know, about the story. Yeah, like I said, you know, I don't really read a lot of this, but I enjoyed it. I really did. I read this was my work lunch hour book. And what I mean by that is basically this book sat on my desk for a month straight. It took me a month to read this book in this way. So I would only read it at lunchtime, and I wouldn't read it my whole lunch hour. I would read it maybe 20 or 30 minutes out of the lunch hour, and not every day. I would read it maybe every other day or something like that. Excuse me, but that's how I chose to read it, and that worked for me because with this type of subject matter, it was good in small doses. So while I could have maybe sat 3 days and just read the book in 3 sittings or 2 sittings, I chose not to. I chose to keep it at work, and I chose to read it in the middle of the day, and it kept it light for me. With the, you know, it was easier for me to digest in that fashion. Now, you may choose to sit down and read this book in one day. You might have. I don't know. You gotta let me know what you thought about this book after I tell you my rating and stuff. So, with that said, you know, I loved it. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I pulled it in my TBR draw. I recommend it. If you like historical fiction, you should read this book. If you like reading about Chinese Americans, you should read this book. If you like reading books specifically in the Depression era, around the Great Depression, you should read this book. If you, I don't know, like books taking place with the backdrop of Seattle, Washington, you should read this book. There's a lot of reasons why you should read the book. So with that said, I rated this book 4 out of 5 bookmarks. So it was good. I recommend it. And I'm sure lots of you have read this already. If you haven't read Jamie Ford before, I definitely recommend Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet in addition to this book. They're both really good. They both are Seattle-based location books, and they are both like the Great Depression era-ish books, World War I type deal. So I definitely recommend it. Let me know, have you guys read this book? Have you read the other book by Jamie Ford? What did you think? Please share. I'm curious to know what you guys thought. I want to know if you guys like it as much as I did, or did you not enjoy it as much as I did? I don't know. If you're going to read it, let me know if you're going to add it to your TBR list. Yeah, guys, so that's it. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. Leave me a comment below. I'm on Instagram, all those fun things. I like to talk, chat, so whatever. Hit me up, say hi. Until next time, guys, happy reading. Thanks for watching.